Jai Gurudev and very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from India. This is the new episode, the sixth one, which was supposed to be done yesterday, but somehow we couldn't complete it. So here we are in the next episode in the series of Prophecies from the Holy Bible, Part 6, a book written by Gurudev Siag in 1997 in Hindi and got translated into English. So we are just reading that part and also introducing what Guru Siag Yoga is. So we begin by requesting Gurudev Siag at his lotus feet to allow us to speak about his philosophy which is beneficial for all human beings, not only for Hindus, but for everyone, not only for India, but for everywhere. So we are requesting Gurudev Siag to allow us to speak and to continue speaking endlessly until the order persists or remains with us. Guru Siag Yoga is a very unique meditation method given by Gurudev Ramlal Ji Siag with a purpose to introduce the Vedic philosophy to those who are interested and curious. And in this episode, I selected a quote from Swami Vivekananda, who had visited United States of America to introduce about the Indian Vedic philosophy. And the quote from there says, Hinduism does not speak only of realizing and seeing the Supreme Being, but also talks of becoming one with Him. So with this note, we begin this episode. And let me introduce a bit about what Guru Siag Yoga is. However, we have been saying this in every episode. And in Hindi, we have been saying it more often than English. Gurudev Ramlal Ji Siag had given a very simple method of meditation, which is with the purpose to experience God and become God. This is a very leading statement, however, it is true. And only Indian Vedic philosophy has the answer to it, and the solution Gurudev Siag is providing works with every human being on this planet, as human body is same for everyone. So he gave a meditation method called Guru Siag Yoga or Siddhi Yoga. Siddhi Yoga is coming from the tradition of Kashmiri Shaivism, where every human being counts. Every human being is one. There is no religion per se, and there is no need to follow any other ritual for that matter. However, whatever religion you are, faith you are following, you can continue to practice that without giving up. All your practices, all your faiths, you can continue this meditation. So this meditation consists of two things. One is to keep on chanting a mantra, a divine mantra given by Guru Siag. That is called Sanjeevani mantra or the initiation mantra. Initiation is needed in every set of meditation or yoga, you can say so. Without a divine mantra, any yoga cannot be completed, cannot be fulfilled, or you cannot achieve the objective of this yoga. So Guru Siag's meditation is Patanjali Yoga Darshan, which is written by sage Patanjali in 195 sutras he had written. And in those sutras, in 4 chapters, he claims that you can be God. However, not many people understood that, and there was no other method to figure out whether it is true or not true, whether practically it is possible or not possible. So Gurudev Siag had written this book called Prophecies from the Holy Bible, and he had shared his own experiences, which we have been sharing over the period of time. And this meditation is proving whatever Gurudev Siag has written. So you have to keep on chanting the mantra all the time, mentally only, without moving your tongue and lips. Any disease you may have, depression, anxiety, stress, cancer, AIDS, hemophilia, any genetic disorder, thrombocytopenia, Whichever disease you may have, or even if you are free from diseases, but you are curious to know how we can experience God, then this is a good episode for you, a good video for you. You can continue watching this. So, the mantra given by Guru Siyag is a divine mantra. In his blissful voice, you will listen this mantra towards the end of the session. So, one, you have to keep on chanting that mantra all the time. By remembering, you must chant it seriously for 15, 20 or days or a month. Then it will become automatic in your brain, and you would experience that it is continuously being repeated as a loop. That is called the state of ajapa, that the mantra is being chanted without being chanted with your mental effort. So effortlessly it will become a japa in you. So seriously, for first month, you should try to chant this mantra every time. While walking, while doing household chores, while driving, while working in office, while doing anything. Even if you are in toilet, you can chant the mantra. There is no restriction. And women can chant this mantra all the time throughout the month, Monday to Sunday, 24/7. So there is no restriction in this. The first thing is a kind of fuel for everyone. If you have better fuel, more fuel, then probably your meditation, your spiritual journey will be faster, and you will attain the salvation or moksha, we say it. While you are still alive, it is possible. Without experiencing God, it is impossible to attain moksha, and you will continue to come back again and again. Birth and death is an endless cycle. Gurudev sets you free from this chain and liberates you from all diseases, all three types of diseases we call it: physical disease, mental disease, and spiritual disease, by just chanting this mantra and doing meditation twice a day. Sitting for meditation is only the key here. So method of meditation is also very simple. You can look at Gurudev Siyag's any picture, the picture you're seeing here, or any other picture you may have. You can download it from the link, or you can see on Google or internet. You will find many. So this is Gurudev Siyag in golden glasses, golden frame, and his guru, Yogi Gangainath. So you can look at any of these, but preferably you should be looking at Guru Siyag for a minute before sitting for meditation. And you should sit in a very relaxed position. And there should be space around you so that if any involuntary movement happens to you, you should not get hurt by those objects around you. So must have a space around 3 feet in diameter at least, and sit in a relaxed position. Sit anywhere. If you are not able to sit down, you can lie down on the bed or sit on a chair, wherever you feel like. You should be in a comfortable position as far as sitting or lying down is concerned. Any direction is okay: north, east, south, west. God exists everywhere. God is omnipresent. And more importantly, God is in you. So looking at Gurudev Siyag's picture for a minute in a relaxed position, sitting in a relaxed position, and then closing your eyes and focusing on the third eye area. This is a place between the eyebrows where Indian men put tilak and women put bindi. So just focus there with closed eyes and request to Guru Siyag in your mind. No need to fold hands, but in your mind fold hands and request to Guru Siyag to keep you in meditation for 15 minutes. And then start chanting that mantra, which will be played for you towards the end of the session. So just by chanting that mantra, your inner energy, which is called Kundalini, that will be awakened instantly. And during the meditation, it will take control of your brain, body, mind, and breath. So all these items we have, and Kundalini, the mother force, will take control of all these. and will inspect or scan your body, the physical state. Where does the problem lies? If you have any physical disease, that particular part of the body will be cured. And how that will be cured? Kundalini will perform this automatic yoga. This yoga, you don't need to know what yoga is, but you just simply sit down for meditation, look at the picture, close your eyes, focus here, pray to Gurudev Siag for 15-minute meditation. In summer, 15 minutes. In winter, you can have 30-minute session as well. And just chant the mantra. So Kundalini will perform automatic yoga by taking control of your brain, body, mind, and breath. And particular part of the body will be healed or cured or toned up completely. Unless that disease vanishes or cured completely, you will continue to experience these involuntary movements in your body during the meditation, not out of meditation, but during the meditation only. So let these happen. These are the yoga movements, yogic movements we call it. You may experience different kind of pranayam, bandh, asan, mudras, and all. It will happen. And I will show you a video of a practitioner in America who was sitting in front of Guru Siag and was doing this meditation. And what was happening to him? He was not doing that, but it was automatically happening to him. So this is a unique thing Gurudev Siag had given to the humanity. Now, it is absolutely and completely free. There is no restriction at all. Whatever you are eating, you can continue eating. Whatever you are drinking, you continue to drink that. There is nothing to leave, nothing to give up, no restriction at all. Just keep on chanting the mantra and sit down for meditation twice a day. So during the meditation, whatever happens to your body, let it happen. And as a curious person, you should know why this is happening and why did this happen to you. You will realize that there is some inner energy which is more powerful than our mind, than our brain, than our body, than our breath. Because at times, many people experience those involuntary movements which they can't even initiate on themselves and they can't even stop. These will stop by the energy which has initiated it. And the inner energy is an internal doctor to us. That energy knows what to do, how much to do, and when not to do. So this is very interesting phenomena given by India as a divine gift to humanity. And Gurudev Siag's entire life have been spent in promoting and reaching out to millions and millions of people throughout the world. Now, with the progress of this internet and all these social media channels, it is quite easy to reach out to everyone, right? I'm reaching out to you and I don't know you, you don't know me. But if you are watching this video, probably this is a good departure, a divine departure for you from the worldly life. Now, when I say so, it doesn't mean that you have to give up the worldly life. You continue to live whatever life you are living, but just spend 15-20 minutes twice a day for yourself. So let it happen, whatever happens to your body, and just keep on thinking what happened and why did it happen. If you are curious enough, you will know the answers from within. So this is an interesting practical framework given by Guru Siag. It's a process, and process is same for everyone. The mantra is revealed on 30th July 2009 for everyone. So nothing is hidden per se. Now, it's up to you to take benefit of this or not to take benefit of this. As there is no restriction in this, you can continue to follow your faith. If you're Muslim, if you're Christian, if you're Jewish, doesn't matter. As long as you are a human being in a body, that matters. So it will work on every human being, even if those who believe that God does not exist. So it's an interesting phenomena, and the world over, philosophers, religious practitioners, and our scriptures all are saying God exists, God exists, God exists. But where does that exist? How to experience that God? The next part of the introduction, which we had started talking about from the last episode, will be focusing on experiencing God. So, unless you experience God, it doesn't help because you will have to come back again and again. So, let's begin the content which I have taken from the book from Gurudev Siag, the Prophecies from the Holy Bible. Wherever we had left last time, I'll just continue reading that and then we'll have a little discussion on this. Nobody is with me right now except my guru, so I'll be explaining it as I understand. My understanding may completely be wrong. However, it may be true as well. So Gurudev says Christians and Muslims, who constitute most of the population of the world, try to follow the faiths their prophets preached. Our philosophy, on the other hand, postulates the theory of creation of incarnation, and we have had several examples of gods incarnating, infinite becoming the finite in all ages on this holy land of India. In the holy Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna had explicitly said, Yada yada hi dharmasya, glanir bhavati bharat, abhyuthanam adharmasya, tadatmanam srijamyaham. Whenever there is a decline of righteousness and rise of unrighteousness, O Bharata or Arjuna, then I send forth, create incarnation myself. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkritam, dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. For the protection of the good, for the destruction of the wicked, and for the establishment of righteousness, I come into being from age to age. So this is what Bhagavad Gita says. Hinduism does not speak only of realizing and seeing the Supreme Being, but also talks of becoming one with Him. Swami Vivekananda, during his sojourn in America, had in his interpretation of Hindu religion said, the Hindu religion does not consists in struggles and attempts to believe in certain doctrine and dogma, but in realizing, not in believing, but in being and becoming. Reaching God, seeing God, becoming perfect, even as the Father in heaven is perfect, in essence, constitutes the religion of Hindus. Swami Vivekananda Ji had gone further to say, the mighty word that come out from the sky of spirituality in India was anubhuti, like perception or experience. Realization and ours are the only book which declares again and again the Lord is to be seen. Religion is to be realized, not only heard. It is not in learning some doctrine like a parrot. Deliverance or moksha will be possible only by direct realization of God. Are we competent today to prove truthfulness of Swamiji's above interpretations of the Hindu religion? He was a seer who could look through into the future. He therefore had said these things with some significance attached to them. India would explain definition of religion to the world before close of the present century. In the present time, religious preceptors from all religions of the world are, with the help of money power, engaged in extensive propaganda of superiority of their own respective religions. They read religious scriptures of other religions only with this aim in mind, that how best they could criticize those religions. Nobody, including people from almost all other religions, show any inclination to make any effort to understand the philosophy of that religion. But it is a matter of great sorrow that they do not understand the truth about their own religion. So that was the part of introduction, and very insightful and very thought-provoking and challenging as well. Let's look at what Gurudev is trying to tell us in very simple language. He says that Christians and Muslims constitute majority of the population of the world, right? And the theory of creation of incarnation is only from India, as this is a land of avatars, Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Parshuram, and many other. 9 have so far been being incarnated on this holy land. So we believe in the incarnation of the infinite becoming a finite in all ages. They take a birth as a human being. This is a land, holy land, as Krishna had said in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 4, verse 7 and 8, that I come every time when there is the loss of dharma or religion per se, and just to establish the religion again, to save the good and to punish the wicked, I come here again and again. So this is happening from ages. Hinduism is unlike other religions, where other religions are primarily based on what prophets have said. And prophets are the mediator between human being and the God. Whereas Hinduism is actually taking this stance saying that you are God. You can experience God directly and you become God. So Swami Vivekananda had interpreted Hindu religion, right, as that you can become God as well. It does not consist of struggles and attempts to believe in certain doctrines and dogma, but in realizing, not in believing, but in being and becoming. So it's more scientific process. I'm not insisting or forcing you to believe, as it's not a matter of believing, but it's a matter of realization. If I say that God exists and God remains in you at this crown chakra or whatever chakra you call it, there should be a process to practically prove it, whether it exists or it does not exist. So Hindu religion is a religion of practically proving it. It is true that we were not able to prove it until, say, late 1990s. And whatever theory have been written in all these scriptures and religious books and Vedas and Vedanta and Upanishads and all, but there was no practical method to experience God. What Gurudev Siag had given to all of us is the practical method of experiencing God. And if you do this practice, you will experience that it works. It works for everyone. Unless Kundalini is awakened, Kundalini, which is the mother of universe, the reason, sheer reason of the creation of this universe, she is responsible for creating this universe. So that energy remains in you. So it's a deep Vedic philosophy behind it. And rather than going through all this written content in books, there are a number of books available, as Gurudev Siag says. But the best book, Gurudev says, is you. Your body is a complete book. You must be able to read this book. If you read this book, certainly you will reach to the state of liberation where you don't need to come time and again. This would turn out to be your last life. All your diseases will disappear. Physical, mental, or spiritual diseases will disappear. So it's a practical method which Swami Vivekananda had mentioned in his speeches. So not many people know these practical methods. Only India has this gift for the world. So reaching God, seeing God, becoming perfect, even as the Father in heaven is perfect, in essence, constitutes the religion of Hindus. So becoming God is the ultimate purpose of Hindu religion. If you really try to understand Hindu religion, Hindu religion is not, ringing bells in the temples and having big processions and big statues, big, you know, uh, pictures of deities and all. It is realizing and experiencing God within us, as the Vedic philosophy or the non duality concept of Adiguru Shankaracharya suggests that the entire universe is within you. Whatever is in the universe is in you. Nobody was there to actually claim that it is possible to experience that. So when you practice Guru Siyag Yoga, you will start experiencing this. It's an interesting concept and it doesn't cost you anything. So this is what Swami Vivekananda is trying to say. Unless you experience God, you will have to come time and again. And your only body is the book, and this book will show you the God inside. So, interestingly, if you just experience God, so people say God has no shape, no form. So, divine is formless. And Hinduism also believes in the divine has many forms. Is a divine form divine? How does this work? Both are true. However, unless you have a form, how can you experience the formless? Though it is formless, but without having the saguna that God has a form and shape, you cannot experience the formless. So to see the formless, you have to face the God's statue, picture, whatever, as the indicator that through this we can connect to the divine formless. Unless we experience God within us, nobody is going to give you injections or pills for that, but simply you will experience yourself, and then you would realize, yes, it works. And it certainly works for every human being. Just keep on chanting the mantra, which we will be playing for you, and do meditation twice a day. So Swami Vivekananda says religion is to be realized, not only heard. It is not in learning some doctrine like a parrot. Moksha will be possible only by direct realization of God. So when you experience, when you see God, so where would you see God? When you close this eye, this is the third eye, 10th door. And unless this eye is open, you cannot see God. So in Guru Siyag meditation, two things happen simultaneously. One is the awakening of Kundalini, a dormant energy which exists in every human being. By default, in a factory setting, you can say so. And the third eye is also not open by default. In this meditation, the Kundalini awakening and activation of third eye will happen simultaneously. So it will happen. And once these two things are happening, then only you can experience God, you can see God. The moment you realize God, you will be speechless because it is unexplainable. You cannot have sufficient words to explain the glory of God. But the glory of God will be visible on your face, in your words, in your all movements, and in your energy. Whosoever comes in touch with you will be blessed, unknowingly also. So, this is what Hinduism is. As Swami Vivekananda had said, nobody so far on this planet is able to prove it, the interpretation given by Swami Vivekananda. Whether this statement made by Swami Vivekananda is true or not true. Nobody is, sure whether he or she can make it, make a judgment whether it is true or not true. But Gurudev Siag had given a practical method or process or tool by which you can realize the God. That means the statement made by Swami Vivekananda will be proven and proven truth. So this is a simple way to understand what Gurudev Siag is trying to tell everyone. Not many complicated words or jargon have been used here. Simplest things Gurudev have mentioned, which everyone is able to understand. So Swami Vivekananda was able to see the future. And that's why he had written all those things almost 125 years ago. And India would explain the definition of religion to the world before close of the present century. So Gurudev Siag started giving this initiation in early 1990s. After he got two enlightenments, one in 1969, the enlightenment of divine formless, the Gayatri Siddhi, we call it, and in 1984, he was blessed by another enlightenment with the blessing of his guru, Gangainath. The enlightenment is called Sagun Sakar. Sagun Sakar means the God has a form, divine form. So if any human being experiences these two, the sky element and the earth element out of these five elements, then remaining three elements in between are owned by him. So all five elements are governed and controlled by him. So that person who attains the divine formless enlightenment and divine form enlightenment, his body gets transformed divinely. And that person may die. The Guru left his mortal body on 5th of June 2017, but that does not mean that Guru is no more. His picture would do rest of the work. And his, disciples who understand his philosophy and are blessed by him will take or carry forward his work further to the rest of the world. And this definition of religion will be explained to rest of the world. Presently, all these preceptors from across the world are primarily focusing more on the money power, and they are using manpower for that. They read the books or scriptures from other religions, not to understand what they are trying to say, but to criticize them. So why Gurudev Siag had written this book called Philosophies, Prophecies from the Holy Bible. He was a Hindu, he was not Christian, but he wrote this book as there are certain messages, and it's a book of prophecies. Those prophecies can only be understood by the grace of God, by the divine empowerment. So Gurudev got enlightened, and that's why he is trying to explain those prophecies which are misunderstood or misinterpreted so far in the world. Gurudev is not to criticize any religion, as religion, we have faith in that religion, we believe in certain religions. So without hurting or criticizing anyone, Gurudev Siag is saying God can be experienced. God is a matter of realization. Unless we realize God, we cannot get moksha. The purpose of this life on this planet is to attain moksha so that we don't come back again. As these are karmic debts, these will continue to persist. So Guru an enlightened guru or a true guru can actually burn out all these debts, karmic debts for you. So you are having nil balance, no need to come back again. So nobody is having any inclination to make efforts to understand the philosophy of that religion, but just they are criticizing. And it's very sad thing, as Gurudev says, it's a matter of great sorrow that they don't understand the truth about their own religion. So if you understand God, then certainly you would know how we can experience God. Whatever is written in all those holy books, maybe Quran, maybe 10 Commandments, maybe Guru Bani, or Bhagavad Gita, or Upanishad, Puran, Ramcharitmanas, or whatever. In order to understand these divine words written in all these books, the worldly knowledge does not help us. The only blessing from the Guru helps us to understand what's written there. And it's just a matter of understanding it. More you are close to the divine, more you are able to understand. And those interpretations would be perfect when you actually look at and do practical on in this world. So that's it in today's session for the book. Now I'll play a video of Guru Siyag Yoga practitioner who was in America, and he was sitting in front of Guru Siyag doing meditation. So there were a couple of more people. It's a 15-year-old video. When Gurudev Siyag had visited United States of America, he did visit 3 times through his lifetime to the United States. There might be some purpose, and he visited Israel, Jerusalem also. There was a purpose, as there was a prophecy to be fulfilled by him. That's why he went there. So I just take you to the video now, and then we'll play that mantra for you, the divine mantra, and you may have some curiosity to know what that mantra is, which changes everything for us. So let's play this, and I'm sharing the screen. This is So that was the example for you that all these movements which were happening to him were not initiated by him. These were done on its own. And he was unable to control it as this is driven by Kundalini. So let's now play that mantra in Gurudev's divine voice. And you can keep on chanting that mantra all the time, mentally only, without moving your tongue and lips. Unless it becomes automatic and it's being played automatically in your brain, you should continue to chant this mantra.
What does yoga mean? Yoga means a union of the soul with God or the universal consciousness force. What are the benefits of Siddhi Yoga? Siddhi Yoga heals, cures or frees the body from any physical illness, adds various forms of cancers, diabetes, arthritis, asthma, and even genetic disease like hemophilia. In the case of disease such as AIDS, which attacks the entire body, the patient may experience internal kriyas like sensation or heat, electricity or tingling. According to Siddhi Yoga philosophy, the divine power awakened by the enlightened Guru gets transmitted through his blissful voice to the listeners, irrespective of language spoken by the Guru. This divine power transmissions occurs smoothly and remain unaffected by the language being used. Regular practice of Siddhi Yoga strengthens the immune system. The Kundalini acts as a protective shield of the immune system and wards off the onslaught or recurrence of any disease. Impact of Kundalini awakening. The Kundalini makes the practitioner perform kriyas that are specific to his needs. With this cleaning, the practitioner is cured of all kinds of chronic and even terminal disease such as HIV, AIDS, cancer, arthritis, etc. and genetic disorder like hemophilia. Mental application too are completely cured and stress is completely relieved. Cling, Krishna, cling, 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 cling, Krishna, cling.
So that's the mantra which Gurudev had recited for you. The moment you listen to this mantra, your initiation gets completed. Without going anywhere, without spending a single penny, you are initiated. For more information, you can write to me. And if you want to have a copy of this book written by Gurudev Siag, Prophecies from the Holy Bible, you can just contact me through WhatsApp. I'll be very happy to send you a soft copy of that. With this note, we leave this episode at the lotus feet of Guru Siag. And if you want to share your own experiences or you want to say something, you can just write to me and I'll be very happy to bring you to the studio for your experience sharing. So, Jai Gurudev to everyone and keep on chanting the mantra given by Guru Siag. That's it. From my end, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev.